We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. Welcome to the Morning Vantage, episode number 44. Episode number 44. Shout out to all you guys. Please hit the like button. That will be extremely helpful. Let's see what we can get popping today. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Happy Father's Day to all of the men out there who are dads. That's my, whenever I'm out and about, man, you know, when people ask you what you do for a living and all those other things, man, I want to tell them, low, I'm a father, bro. That's my number one. That's my number one, man. Father and husband, and everything else comes after that, because my children made me who I am. Yeah, my children made me who I am, man. And shout out to my amazing wife who birthed those children, man. My children made me who I am. Shout out to Naya, that's 28, Van Jr., that's 25, about to be 26, JoJo, 23, and Gravy, aka Javen, that's about to turn 20 next month, man. She about to turn 20 already. That's crazy. That's crazy. The older that they get, the sadder I get, the sadder I become, because my children are everything to me. So let me know how y'all feel about what's considered to be one of the worst holidays in America. I think it's number 20. I believe it's number 20. I believe the first one is Christmas, followed after like Mother's Day or something like that. So yeah, but shout out to all the fathers. I thoroughly respect you. I appreciate your what you put into this world. Y'all are so dope, and yeah. And it doesn't matter what you get for the holiday or how you celebrate it or anything like that. Some of us are celebrated thoroughly by people we love. Some of us are forgotten about. And just want you to know that I appreciate you. If you are a dad, stepdad, an uncle, a big brother that's just looking out for your siblings, and you all don't have a father, but you've always been there for them in like a fatherly capacity. Like, shout out to you, man. That's necessary. Let me know where y'all are watching me this morning, listening to me this morning, what part of the world you're from. Let me know that in the comments. And for all of my blues that showed up this morning, thank y'all so much, man. Shane, Shoemaker, Lisa Marie, Renee, all of you guys, thank you so much, man. Y'all are so dope. All right, so we got a lot to talk about today. Just gonna keep it honest with y'all. I've been ignoring. I've gone on my way to ignore the news over the weekend because it was a lot going on. I didn't want to have my my weekend ruined by what was going on. Everybody just kept complaining about Trump's birthday bash / America celebration down at in Washington, D.C. All of the money that he was spending on it, and saying that it was taxpayers' money and all this other stuff, and he's ruining our streets and all these No Kings protests around the world. And this maniac in Minnesota that went and shot and unalived 2 people who are in Congress, man, just crazy. And then everything that's happening in Israel and Iran. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on. And I'm just praying that our children's children have a home that they can be proud of when they become middle-aged. Shout out to all of my big cousins. We got together We got together, met up. It was about 8 of us. We went to a comedy club as men, celebrating our Father's Day together. Um, we went out to eat to a restaurant, celebrating Father's Day together. It was dope. It was amazing, man. I was the only Trump supporter in the truck. I think it was one more Trump supporter in the truck, but out of all 8 of us, you know what I mean, they was going in on Trump, and I held it down by myself. You know what I mean? We try not to get into too much political conversation, but here's the great part. Being that we were all men that respected one another, there was no ego in it at all. There was no emotion in it at all. We had our conversations. Sometimes it became a little passionate, but guess what? Nobody had to hold nobody back. Nobody had to stop anybody from making a point. Nobody had to tell anyone that they was a bad person, or they were fascist, or that they were ignorant, or we didn't have to insult one another in order to have that type of conversation. We had the conversation and we moved on, and we had a great time the entire night. The entire night. We were standing in the daggone line, walking inside the comedy club, talking about politics. And people talking about, man, y'all might want to be quiet. We don't want to cause no fights around here. I don't want nobody to hear what y'all talking about. Bro, I don't care about what these people hear. I don't care about what these people hear. Like, when I communicate with good intent. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm not trying to get on your nerves. I'm not trying to win a conversation, win a debate. I don't gain anything by winning a debate. What I do want to do is I like to educate people, because sometimes we're so hyper focused on the information coming in on our sides and our side only. And I like to educate people, or not necessarily educate, inform you of something that you might have missed, because your algorithm only shows you one side. Allow me to show you the other side, because when people are in a space where the majority of them feel a certain type of way, they feel emboldened to speak louder and with more confidence, as if they know what they're talking about. But when you're in that space, it like cool, calm, and collected. Make sure that you go ahead and say, nah, it's not that. And let me go ahead and hip you to what's really going on. All right. So yeah. So shout out to all the fellas that was out. It was absolutely phenomenal. Adano, Reggie, Gary, Chris, Kim, Boo, Antoine. Am I missing anybody? Chris, Antoine, Boo, myself. Was that 8 people? I think that was 8 people. Yeah, we had a great time, man. All right. So go ahead, hit that like button. Let's run it up. We about to do some amazing things. We've been trying to track down Vashnik. Vashnik said that he was going to shave his head. He said he was going to shave his head if we reached 1,000 likes on the last live stream we were on. And we hit 1,000 likes, and he owe us a shaved head. That's what he owe us. Pause. So Vash, pull up, bro. Stop trying to ghost my man Tree. Stop trying to ghost people that's trying to reach out to you so you can stand up to your responsibilities, bro. And shout out to all the fellas, man. Again, happy Father's Day to you all. Also, before we move on, I want to say happy birthday. Happy birthday to Trump. Yeah, he just now celebrated another birthday, man. So happy birthday to Trump. Thank you so much for this super chat. Who sent this in? D Brant. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, D Brant. I appreciate that. That's what I'm talking about. What does it show? You see the love? You see the love? Talking about people love LFR family over here. Huh? And half y'all don't even know what it means. Half y'all don't even know what LFR family mean. But y'all still pull up and show love on a daily basis. Before we move forward too, I want to say happy Father's Day to all of my coaching, not necessarily clients, but yeah, coaching clients. All of you guys who believed in me enough to purchase my YouTube course and join my private group and become a part of the community that we're building. Thank you so much, man. I'm just letting you know that as a man, that means a lot to start something and just to see it grow and to see other people start to flourish over it. I don't ever want to create anything where people aren't benefiting off of it. I don't want to be the only person to benefit from things, period. Like if I throw a party, I'm not throwing it for me. I'm throwing it so other people can have a good time and enjoy themselves. So this whole coaching course situation, I'm just, I'm I'm overjoyed. I have to say that. I'm overjoyed, man. And all of the love to my children, man, for how y'all treated me on Father's Day, how y'all treated me this weekend. And I kept on telling them, y'all don't have to get me anything. Y'all don't have to do anything special for me. Only thing I want to do is just see y'all faces and make sure that y'all are healthy, or talk to you if you stay out of town, like my baby girl Naya. I spoke to her early in the morning. She called me, like, she woke me up. She called me so early in the morning, and just to talk to me, because you know, fatherhood is everything to me. So for all you fellas out there, man, I pray that you really understand what it means to be a dad, and that you show these youngins what it means to be a father. Again, this is another reason why I'm showing people how to grow YouTube channels, because there's a lot of boys out here. There's a lot of men, young men out here, who act like boys because they don't have any father figures behind them, or any true men that don't lead with their heart, but they lead with some strength, and with God, and with their spirit, and with their minds, and with some, you know what I mean, with some clarity. You know, I'm appreciative of y'all. So thank you so much for the super chat. Also, PG13, the Bill Hound. Thank you so much, big dog. I appreciate you. He says a cup of sardine juice for you. Thank you so much, and happy Father's Day. Van, now you can't leave us hanging. What does it mean? We love you, Van. Hope you had a great Father's Day. Much love and many prayers. Thank you so much. So LFR, just real quick before we start, and thank you so much, Queen. But okay, so LFR means likes, follows, and retweets. That's what it means. I have a banner up here where it says, I think I have a banner up here where I wrote it out, or did I? I guess I didn't. I don't. I deleted it. All right, so it means likes, follows, and retweets. I started a podcast 6 years ago because people were hurting themselves trying to become famous on an app that no longer exists called Vine. Vine was the first quick content app that was going crazy. People will post like a 15-second, 10-second video, and it will go super viral. So people were risking life and limb trying to become famous on Vine. And I was looking, and I was just paying attention to where social media was going. And a lot of people started to put themselves out there trying to become a star on their own, like with their phones and whatnot. And I just wanted to let people know that I'm about to go down this rabbit hole of social media. I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna make sure that everybody, whether you're tall, short, beautiful, ugly, old, young, no matter who you are, I'm gonna try to figure this thing out so I can give you the keys so you can get the modern age, what you call it, currency of likes, follows, and retweets, because that was validating everybody and it was paying everybody. People didn't even want money at the time. They just wanted people to acknowledge that they existed, acknowledge that their talent was good, or that they were pretty, or that they were handsome, or that they were healthy, physically fit. So I said, I'm going to try to figure this thing out so that everybody can get to this currency called likes, follows, and retweets. And I started a podcast called Likes, Follows, and Retweets to set down that mission. And then I started this channel called Likes, Follows, and Retweets. My wife said that the title, that the name was too long and it was silly. So she asked me to shorten it. So I did. I call it LFR. And that's what it is. For our family. I know it's not very sexy. I know it's not very pop. I mean, it's not very catchy or whatnot, but that's what it is. I started down this road to figure this thing out so that I can teach people how to do it. Now look at me. Look at me. I'm after 1 million subscribers, and collectively over the years making a little bit of money and being able to leave my job, which was a good DOD federal government job that I've been at for 17 years. YouTube allowed me to be able to walk away from it and focus on this full time. Now I'm able to do what I started out to do, which is show other people how to get this currency of likes, follows, and retweets, how to grow their brands if they're a business owner, content creator, artist, a coach, no matter what it is. If they're trying to grow a brand or trying to push a book or a course or anything like that, I know everything that it takes in order to put yourself in position to grow very quickly on social media, specifically YouTube. So that's what I've been doing now. So likes, follows, and retweets is something that I wanted to teach people how to get. So that's what LFR is. Yeah, I don't answer that a lot because, again, it just means something to me. You know what I mean? It really means something to me. And now when you look at it, I'm a little upset that that's where we are today, where people go out of their way just to be acknowledged, just to be loved, just to receive some type of um, virtual accolades, which makes absolutely no sense at all. Like, I also realize we're not grateful and thankful enough with the blessings that we have in our life. Most of us don't thank God on a daily basis for our blessings. Most of us blame others for us not being able to achieve anything. And then when we achieve something, we act as if we don't appreciate that. So um, I don't know. I just think we need to refocus on what's important, like our loved ones, our liberty, our freedom, the fact that God gave us another day. You know, those type of things are extremely important. So yeah, money in the bank. If we pass away, that money's still gonna be in the bank, or somebody else is gonna be using it. Somebody else is gonna be living in our house. Somebody else is gonna be driving our car. Somebody else is gonna be dating our wife or our husband. So we need to regain focus on what's really important. So yeah, that's what it is. So thank you, Queen B. I mean, Queen, I appreciate you. So nice of you this morning. Good morning from Santa Cruz, California. Shout out to Anthony Steinberg. Yeah. Shout out to Anthony Steinberg, man. I don't know why my Wi-Fi just now kicked on and my service just now went out. But that's thank you so much. I appreciate you and all of Santa Cruz. I've been with you for years and always wondered. Thank you. Thank you for being with me for years. Thank you for seeing something in me worth hanging around for years. I appreciate that. Thank you. For real. Right. Let's go and start some sugar honey iced tea. All right. So what we going to lead off with? Let's lead off with this silly girl. She's a singer. Her name is, let me see what her name is. Her name is Nezza. Nezza. All right, so she called herself protesting, and she sung the national anthem, and they asked her not to sing it in Spanish, but she wanted to protest ICE taking all of the people. Also, I have a question to pose inside the community right quick. And I want y'all to answer this, please. Let me see here. And if Vash pulls up, let me know. Let me know if Vash pulls up, because we still want him to cut their hair off, man. We received 1,000 likes in the last live stream. Let's see if we can chase that again. That's a goal now. If we can reach it once, we can reach it all the time. I would love for us to reach 1,000 likes. That would be absolutely phenomenal. For real. For real. All right. So I'm asking a poll right here. And the question is, was Vance Boelter, the Minnesota assassin, was he a Democrat or was he a Republican? All right, here we go. All right. Boom. All right. Please answer the poll for me. Please answer the poll for me. All right, let's go and jump into it. Make sure y'all hit the like button, guys. We about to go ahead and really get into it. Thank you again for pulling up to Morning Vantage with this is episode number 44. All right, episode number 44. Let me see, add a device. I'm getting all this stuff popping up on my screen. So here's the young lady. Her name is Nezza, Nezza. Feel free to do your Googles. And she was given like the opportunity of a lifetime to sing the national anthem at a Dodgers game, and she decided to protest. She decided to do her version of taking a knee. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments, man. Let's go ahead and get to it.
All right, bear with me because I'm still very shooken up and emotional, and anyways, I just got home from singing the national anthem in Spanish at the Dodgers game, and it is the official Star Spangled Banner in Spanish. You can Google it. So I'll just read it to you really quick, but it was officially commissioned in 1945 by the U.S. State Department as a part of President Franklin Roosevelt's Good Neighbor policy to foster a better relationship with Latin America. Because of this, I didn't think I would be met with any sort of like no, especially because we're in LA and with everything happening. And I've sang the national anthem many times in my life, but there was today out of all days, I could not. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just could not believe when she walked in and told me no. But I just felt like I needed to do it. Para mi gente. For anyone who's been following me for a while, you know, everything I do is out of love, good energy out of love. And I'm proud of myself for doing that today. Because my parents are immigrants and they've been citizens like my whole life at this point. They got documented really early, but I just can't imagine them being ripped away from me, even at this age, like, let alone like a little kid. Like, what are we doing? Anyways, sorry. This is a whole different side of me that y'all never see, but thank you for all the sweet messages. I love you guys so much. Safe to say I'm never allowed in that stadium ever again, but I love you guys so much.
Did y'all hear what she said? She said she is not allowed in that stadium ever again. They ask you to sing the American anthem. Why the hell do you think they will want you to sing it in Spanish? Protest or no protest, I think somebody should have ran up and tackled her. As soon as she said, "Oh, say, can you see?" If it was not in English, we tackling your ass. We said no. You not Diddy. We don't want a remix. Remix. No, 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 no. No, damn that. You asked us. We answered. You decided to do it anyway. There should be immediate consequences. Period. They should have had a pitcher waiting right there with the ball in the glove. And as soon as you said the wrong words, he should have let off a 97-mile-per-hour ball, like a curveball, right to your ribs. You out your daggone mind. Y'all let me know what y'all want me to know about this. I do realize it is protest. It's out of protest. And the young lady, she comes from Hispanic heritage. She's proud of her heritage, and I understand she should be. You most certainly should be proud of your people. Absolutely be proud of your people. Goodness gracious, be proud of your people. You are a representation of your people, though, and they are proud of you. What they don't want to see is you work your ass off to get certain opportunities, and then you piss them away simply because you want to be stubborn. These liberals, they will ruin your daggone life and celebrate your life being ruined at the same time. They will see everybody dragging you, and they will be like, great job, girl. You did such a good job. We don't care nothing about them people. Keep on doing what you do. And you're the only one being chastised for it because you put yourself out there for them. Just because you sung it in Spanish don't mean less people are going to be deported. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Somebody let me know. At the end of the day, I think a pitcher should have been waiting right there, and there should have been what you call the umpire should have been standing right there behind him, throwing little signs on him. And the pitcher should have been just waiting. Out your daggone mind. Somebody should just let off daggone a slider right to your kneecaps. If she would have felt a slider on her kneecap, if she would have felt a baseball hit her in her kneecap, I bet she would have started singing in English then. Shit, she would have showed everybody that I can sing in English. And I know I'm just joking. I don't want nobody to throw no ball at the baby girl. And plus, I am an advocate for people who take advantage of their American rights. Because in America, you do have freedom of speech, freedom to protest. We have that right. I want you to be able to protest. But there's consequences to everything. And this was just disrespectful. They asked you to do a job. More than likely, they were going to pay you for it. They paid you for it by giving you the platform, and you pooped on them. They told you what not to do. You did it anyway. That's a slap in the face right there. Like, that's Trojan horse. You should have told them, you know what? This is when you warming up. This is when you warming up. You should say, you know what? Then I'm not doing it. That's also a form of protest. And it's honest. It's an honest form of protest. If they say you can sing the national anthem, but you cannot sing it in your native tongue. You have to sing it in English. And that's when you can make an adult decision, young lady, to say, then I'm not going to be able to do it. I apologize. I'm not going to be able to do it. But you took advantage of the opportunity anyway, where they could have replaced you with someone else. You took advantage of that opportunity and you still did whatever you wanted to do. So if somebody would have came and tackled you or threw a baseball at your neck, then hey, you earned that. That's my 2 pennies. Hopefully that adds toward one of y'all's dollar. But I want to hear what y'all guys say. Let me see. Let me see here. Y'all still talking about that Vance Boelter thing. Okay, let's see. Lois Lane says, I'm Hispanic and I will be pissed listening to that. I love America and the national anthem. Boom. But this cockroach didn't protest or say anything when they had queer drag nuns having a function at Dodger Stadium. What cockroach? What cockroach? Maria? Did Maria just now call me a cockroach? Let me see. Questions is, did she say Jose or did she say Jose? Jose, can you see? Okay, well, whatever the case is, she sang it, and I don't think she received her payment. I'm sorry, but I'm getting Mexican fatigue. The mic should have been cut off for disrespect. That would have been easy to do. That would have been easy to do, an easy fix, and it would have been amazing. It would have been amazing. Here's, and I know y'all don't want to hear it, But here's her actually singing. And I want y'all to see for yourselves that it actually happened.
So I'm not sure if that wasn't trans or if that wasn't relayed.
Yeah, go some daggone where, young lady. Go somewhere. Go some damn where. Get out my face. Get off my stage. Somebody should have threw a slider at her back pockets. She should have felt a baseball hit her in the back pockets. 50 mile per hour. You know what I mean? It could have been an underhanded, one of them women pitches when they whap, 70 miles per hour. 70 mile per hour pitch right in her back pocket. That would have taught her. Like, okay. Time out. Jesus, who did that? Lord. All because I was singing in Spanish? Jesus. Yes, all because you were singing in Spanish. They told you not to, and you were disrespectful. That's like them people who protest and they don't want you to be, they try to stand in front of your car. They don't want you driving away. And then they get mad when you bump them, and then you bump them again. Then they get their toes ran over because the idiot, look, you have a right to stand there. I have a right to keep moving. Which one of us is going to be hurt if we both take advantage of our rights? Huh? You about to be hurt. About to be going to work in the daggone cast. They about to put a boot on your feet. That's what they going to do. All right, let's go into our next story, man. So I asked y'all about this Vance Boelter thing. In the poll, 70% of you said that he was a Democrat, that he is a Democrat. 29% of you says he's a weirdo. 2% of you says he's MAGA. I want to know which one of y'all said he was MAGA. That's what I want to know. Here's a guy right here. Apparently, when he did what he did, well, first of all, he shouldn't have done anything. He shouldn't have done that at all. You know what I mean? He ended up taking the life of two people, and it's highly unfortunate. It's highly unfortunate. His wife was just now arrested, detained. She was in a car full with his family. They had cash. They had a gun, and I guess he contacted them, was like, pack up everything, meet me over here. Y'all get on this flight. It had passports. They had passports. They was getting ready to get about the country. After they did what they did, he was about to make a run for it, and they caught him in the nick of time. Let me tell you something. Our military don't play. When they want to find somebody, they find somebody. They're going to find you here, or they're going to find you in that other country. Either way, they're going to find you. You may be able to hide out for a year or so, but they're going to find you, man. Technology is different now. Go and leave your phone in the house and leave your watch in the house because it's electronic. Leave that in the house and everything else. They're going to find you. They gonna find you, man. They've been collecting our blood for years. It's like it's almost like they can track us through our DNA. It sounds crazy, but they was able to find this, brother. They will find you any daggone where. And that's exactly what they did. Check this out right here. Here's some footage of them getting up to him and everything. They really like this brother. Damn. Look at this. Look at this. This motorcade. Yeah. So this the fool that did it. People are saying that this was him after he did it. You know, he did it with his mask on, and everyone was trying to see if he looked like the original pictures that were being put out there. Not sure why, because he had on a freaking mask. Don't know what will make him do exactly what he did. But per usual, guys, my thoughts and prayers goes out to the people who were unalived and their family members who have to deal with this.
Et je suis juste excité
right
de
here,
Jésus.
right now.
Jusqu'à présent, même maintenant.
And when I get excited,
Et quand je suis excité,
I want to dance.
je veux danser.
And what Jesus did for me.
Ce que Jésus a fait pour moi.
Jesus is God.
Jésus est Dieu.
Almighty God.
C'est le Dieu
He
puissant.
saved my life.
Il a sauvé ma vie.
I'm excited about God.
Je suis excité de Dieu.
And I want to worship Him.
Et c'est pourquoi je l'adore.
Because He's coming again. And
Jésus, il revient encore.
And He's got plans. He's
Il
got
a
plans
de plans
and purposes
et le dessein
for each one of you.
pour
So what y'all just now heard was him giving a sermon at the Democrat Republic of Congo in 2021. He was giving a sermon. He was on the pulpit, jumping around, praising God, having a good time. And it's unfortunate that this is the end of his worship. Like, I don't know why it will lead to this, but this is another reason why it's important, in my opinion, that we all have a relationship with God. And I say that because all of us are capable of doing anything, especially with all the darkness going on in the world. We need some type of correction and protection that will prevent us from going too far. And unfortunately, he didn't have the connection he needed to prevent him from doing the dumb sugar honey iced tea that he ended up doing, which was taking the life of two innocent individuals. Just in case y'all aren't aware, here are the individuals that he took the lives of. Now, hold on one second. So here's a report that came out, and this was on, where was this? This was on Fox 5. Was this Fox 5? I don't know, but y'all check this out right here, okay? Hit the like button, guys, and thank you again for pulling up to the Morning Vantage, episode 44. If this is your very first time here, please introduce yourself to the chat and let us know where you're listening, what state or country you're listening in on. All right, peace.
Reporter Tom Hauser, and Tom has new information from multiple law enforcement sources about Boelter's wife being detained today, Tom.
Yeah, I've been working the phones for several hours, as you know, trying to track this down while we were all covering the manhunt here in the Twin Cities this morning. Sources tonight tell me the case was also taking a turn about 90 minutes to the north near Onamia in Mille Lacs County. Multiple law enforcement sources with direct knowledge of what happened tell 5 Eyewitness News there was a traffic stop at a convenience store near Onamia. Between 10 and 11 a.m. this morning, law enforcement made a traffic stop involving a vehicle carrying several relatives of Vance Boelter, including his wife. We have talked to an eyewitness who says about a dozen law enforcement squads converged on the vehicle and remained on the scene for 2 to 3 hours. We are also told by several of our sources the vehicle contained a weapon, ammunition, cash, and passports. Now, to our knowledge, no one in that group has been arrested, just detained for questioning. It's also unclear why they were stopped, whether they were being tracked, or if it was a random traffic stop. I am told briefings about this incident are ongoing yet tonight, and we will continue to track more developments. And again,
All right. So where are the people right here? A lot of people were pissed off that Tim Waltz would even get up there and have words to say about the lady that was unalived. Here are the two people right here that were unalived. My issue is that everybody's trying to turn it extremely political. Nobody wants to accept blame. They're saying that that the shooter was Republican and he decided to target two Democrat service workers, people who voted into office. But then you have people saying that he is a Democrat who decided to target them because they voted against the Democrats, and they decided to vote Republican on a couple of issues, and he got pissed off. Either way, I don't know what the issue is, but nobody wants to accept blame or accountability for this. This is Representative Melissa Hortman, and this is Senator John Hoffman. And here is your boy, giving his 2 pennies as well.
We're here today because an unspeakable tragedy has unfolded in Minnesota. My good friend and colleague, Speaker Melissa and her husband, Mark, were shot and killed early this morning in what appears to be a politically motivated assassination. Our state lost a great leader, and I lost a dearest of friends. Speaker Hortman was someone who served the people of Minnesota with grace, compassion, humor, and a sense of service. She was a formidable public servant, a fixture and a giant in Minnesota. She woke up every day determined to make this state a better place. She is irreplaceable, and we've been missed by so many. Minnesota's thoughts and prayers are with her family, her loved ones, her children, and her parents.
All right, so there you have Tim Walz doing his political thing. Hydroman 5002 says, I think Tim is behind it to make Trump look bad, or make it look look like Republicans make it look like Republicans told him to put his name on a list, so no pinned on, so it's not pinned on him. Could potentially be that. That's what we're hearing. We're hearing different stories about that. Everybody has a different way of looking at this. So I don't know, man. Hydroman 5002 also says, in some countries, if you want to live there, you have to learn their language. They do not make the people in their country learn your language, except for China. I had a streamer that was there that they have to learn English. Jesus, I didn't know they had to learn. My gracious. Well, that's how it should be. And this one right here was about the last story that we did with the singer Nezza, who decided to sing the national anthem at the Dodgers game in Spanish as a protest to ICE, a protest against what ICE is doing, and a protest against Trump. And yeah, I'm with you, man. And Hydra Man, thank you so much, man, for the support and everything. Let me show y'all what some of the people are saying inside the comments. Some people said, if I wonder if Ilhan Omar is involved in this, and they're saying that she was on a list, a manifesto that this guy wrote. I would like to see the manifesto. If y'all know if it's out, please let me know. I haven't heard anything about it. Let me see. Let me do my Googles right quick and see if it's in there. Vance Boelter manifesto. Because apparently there was a manifesto that he wrote, but also there was a bunch of flyers in the back of his it was a bunch of napkins in the back of his vehicle that had "No Kings" on it as well. And "No Kings" was the protest that people had against Trump today. So yeah. So I guess the manifesto is not out. People have been asking for it. They're waiting for it. Yeah. All right. They released the full manifesto that offered $150,000 for Trump's head, but they won't release Vance Boelter's manifesto because it might cause violence. Yeah. So there you have it. Somebody said that they refused to release this manifesto because they don't know what happened. But when there was $150,000 on Trump, for somebody to get rid of Trump, they released that immediately. And they didn't care about causing any violence when it came to that. They just put the word out there, and they was hoping that something happened that didn't. And he ended up winning again, and the Lord prevailed. So there you have it. There's that one. All right, let me see here. Our next story, we're going to talk about this. These whole no king protests. As a Minnesota resident, I am going to say we are sad. Ultimately, I would love to chat when I have more time, but I have to work. K Rhea, if I said your name correctly, thank you so much for pulling up and for the super chat. And enjoy the rest of your day at work. But I do really appreciate you pulling up. All right. Make sure you watch the rest of this later, even though you can't chat, but make sure you watch it all from the beginning so you can play catch up. And thank you everyone for being a part of this morning's live stream. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button. That certainly helps move us into a better position in the YouTube algorithm. I'm not sure of what's happening on the channel. Just going to let you guys know this real quick. I'm not sure of what's happening on the channel. We have 1 million subscribers on the channel, but the performances of the videos are similar to a channel that has 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's going on with it. Some may call it shadow banning, some may not, but YouTube knows what they're doing, I suppose. And I guess I violated community guidelines a little too much, and I'm in YouTube jail in some way, shape, or form. But this has happened to me on Facebook before. It's happened to me on Instagram. It's even happened to me on Twitter, and it's happened to me on X since Elon Musk has been in charge and has owned it. And a lot of people thought it couldn't happen on X. It's happened to me. So what that says to me is, obviously, I'm a knucklehead who likes to talk about things that I'm not supposed to be talking about. And there are consequences when you plan in other people's backyards. I don't own any of these platforms. They all have rules and regulations, and they all censor people 1000%. Just regular things that we should be able to have a conversation about, we can't. Or we have to do it in code, all right? Or we just shouldn't touch on it at all. And I never looked at my platform as me silencing myself so that I not get the reach necessary. I thought we already put in the work in order to be able to get the reach we needed. Apparently that's not the case. All right. So when they will turn your water off if you say too many things that you're not supposed to talk about. All right. If you're not a news source and you're just a content creator doing it, you will get reprimanded. And that's what's happening with us. All right. If you go and look at our videos that we put out on a daily basis, the reach is that of a channel that has 10,000 subscribers, not of a channel that has 1 million subscribers. And it's absolutely heartbreaking sometimes because, you know, these videos do pay the bills. But at the end of the day, we find another way. The Lord always says he'll find another way. 1 Corinthians 10:13, there have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who would not suffer you to be tempted above that which you are capable, but will find a door to escape so you will be able to bear it. The Lord won't put more on me than I can bear. As a matter of fact, he will help me by showing me other revenues, other directions, other resources to make sure that all my goals, all my needs are met. Same thing for you. So we're just going to keep the faith, keep it moving, keep having discussions about any and everything that we find important. And we're not going to silence ourselves. We're not going to censor ourselves. But that's what's happening on this channel, just in case you were wondering. Some of y'all do wonder, man, this brother got 1 million subscribers. Why don't you have 10,000 people on the live stream? Good question. Good question. When you figure it out, you let me know. Because I've asked YouTube again and again, and they won't let me know. So it is what it is. All right. Just so and so you guys also know, this gold plaque behind me, and thank you, Korea. This gold plaque, this gold plaque right here. This is from people who were in my coaching group. People who are in my coaching group. You know, they put together to get that for me because YouTube said that they're not sending me the million subscriber plaque. Yeah. All right. So let's move on. Shout out to YouTube and all these other joints. But we're gonna keep it pushing, baby. Yeah, we are. All right, so we talked about that one. We talked about that one. Let's go to the first joint. Pow, 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 pow. The manhunt has ended. The No Kings protest. Okay, we're gonna go to the No Kings protest. Talk about that. All right, so apparently there was a No Kings protest during Father's Day weekend. Everybody, everybody was outside in different parts of the country and different parts of the world, doing what they do, trying to protest Trump. All right. Here's something that Trump wrote because he don't really take it. He don't take these people too seriously, man. He's like, man, go ahead, do what y'all want to do. This is America. Feel free. Whatever, bro. But this is something that he put out. He said, a huge thank you to all the No King protesters yesterday. I was very concerned a king was trying to take my place. But thanks to your tireless efforts, I am still your president. Great job, all. Let me tell y'all something. He's the number one troll, man. You're not gonna beat that guy. He's gonna let you know that whatever you was trying to do to hurt me, it's gonna come back on you. It's gonna come back on you, and this is exactly what you get. This is exactly what you get. I was voted into this daggone office. Now look at this idiot running down the street right here with a No Kings big bodies.
We need a movie with the quickness. You are the witness.
Lord. Yep, this right here. This is going to send a message right here. Not sure what message this is going to send, but it's going to get her some compliments on that day. It's going to let her know that she did something special. Hopefully she was able to take some selfies, get some likes, some follows, and some retweets. I'm sure she was. And since that's all that matters, hey, I guess she won. So she got what she wanted. She got what she wanted. She got what she wanted. All right. Let me go ahead and show y'all this other joint that I pulled up. And thank you so much to Treebeard for always being so helpful. I appreciate you, brother. That guy's, he's amazing, man. Has anybody found Vashnik? Is Vashnik in hiding? I believe he is. Okay. So this brother says people are truly our word. This is apparently outside the U.S. Embassy in London. How can you protest in alignment with No King's Day in America when you literally have a king in your country? They're protesting No King's Day in London, and they literally have a king. You cannot make this crap up. That's just, wow. It's just ridiculous. No kings. No kings. They're protesting no kings, and they got a daggone king.
The Keir-Starmer hopes Trump will visit this autumn, this year. We must build a movement of movements, a coalition ready to stand up to Trump and show him when he comes to this city, when he comes to this country, who he really is. A tyrant, a fascist. And to show that the people of this country and around the world want to do politics differently. We stand for democracy, we stand for human rights, and for the equality of all.
Somebody tell London to kick rocks. We are still the greatest nation in this world. Y'all can't whoop us in nothing. And until you can, we don't want to hear your daggone mouth. Facts. Let me see here. Hydra Man 5002, he says, there are trolls out there that will keep going until you are banned because they don't like what you say and platform won't even check. Yep. 1000%. It is what it is. Shout out to the trolls out there whose only jobs is to complain and and to claim that we are hurting them and we're doing bad things to them. Shout out to Nanny's Take on the World. What's going on, Nanny's Take on the World? Hey, Michelle. One of the sweetest ladies you'll ever meet. And shout out to all of London out there protesting against no kings. And they actually have a king. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Unless they don't. Let me see. Yeah, they do. Sorry, they do. Yeah. So go ahead and continue to protest. Y'all are something else. Y'all are something else. All right. I got another video I'm about to throw past y'all. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments about this joint right here. Again, guys, thank you and welcome to Morning Vantage, episode number 44. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. Not sure how many likes we have on this post so far. Are we close to 1,000 yet? The hypocrisy is astounding. You see here. Y'all check this out. Let me know what y'all think.
This coming up Sunday will be Father's Day, and I will be here with my son celebrating Father's Day. But tomorrow is a special day for the United States of America. But there is a billionaire that's out there offering a little bit of money for people to bring havoc to the cities throughout the United States. He is planting bricks throughout the cities for people to throw at cops, throw at Marines, and the National Guard. Please do not buy into his hatred. He's a bitter, old, miserable man. And sooner or later, he's going to get caught funding all of this hate. Out of respect for all these young men and women behind me, please do not attend. Respect.
All right, so y'all know who this guy is. So it says this man was celebrating, will be celebrating Father's Day at the cemetery with his son who served for the country. He has a message for people on Flag Day and for the people behind No King's protest. He says there's a billionaire out there who is offering people a little bit of money. Now, we already know that this is being funded by billionaires. We're not going to say who they are because apparently their names are so big that they will flag you as well. So I'm not even going to say any of their names that we've heard about, but they are being financed by individuals who can afford to drop off bricks, pallets and pallets of bricks, drop off weapons, to drop off face masks that cost $40 to $55, $50 a pop by the caseloads, by the truckloads. They're just passing them out. And then making sure that all of the people that's on their side to wreak havoc have everything they need in order to do so. So they're not out there, just doing it hand to hand. It's unfortunate, but I had to play that for y'all because it's always good to see someone stand up against the BS that's happening in this country or around the world. It really is. So yeah, let me see here. Let's go to Donald Trump. Now, a lot of people are protesting him because of ICE. President Trump, he's doubling down on what he said about Dublin. He's going to go ahead and he said, we're going to step it up. Y'all think it's bad now? We about to step it up. Y'all check this out right here. This is what President Trump said. He said, let me blow this bad boy up. All right. Hopefully y'all can see it okay. He said, our nation's ICE officers have shown incredible strength, determination, and courage as they facilitate a very important mission. The largest mass deportation operation of illegal aliens in history. Every day, the brave men and women of ICE are subjected to violence, harassment, and even threats from radical Democrat politicians. But nothing will stop us from executing our mission and fulfilling our mandate to the American people. ICE officers are herewith ordered by notice of this truth to do all in their power to achieve the very important goal of delivering the single largest mass deportation program in history. In order to achieve this, we must expand efforts to detain and deport illegal aliens in America's largest cities, such as Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York. where millions upon millions of illegal aliens reside. These and other such cities are the core of the Democrat power center, where they use illegal aliens to expand the voter base, cheat in elections, and grow the welfare state, robbing good good paying jobs and benefits from hardworking American citizens. These radical left Democrats are sick of mine, hate our country, and actually want to destroy our inner cities. And they are doing a good job of it. There is something wrong with them. This is why they believe in open borders, transgenders for everybody, and men playing in women's sports. And that is why I want ICE, Border Patrol, and our great and patriotic law enforcement officers to focus on our crime-ridden and deadly inner cities and those places where sanctuary cities play such a big role. You don't hear about sanctuary cities in our heartland. I want our brave ICE officers to know that real Americans are cheering you on every day. The American people want our cities, schools, and communities to be safe and free from illegal alien crime, conflict, and chaos. That's why I have directed my entire administration to put every resource possible behind this effort and reverse the tide of mass destruction migration that has turned once what is this? Idyllic towns. Is that idyllic? Idyllic towns into scenes of third world dystopia. Our federal government will continue to be focused on the remigration of aliens to the places from where they came and preventing the admission of anyone who undermines domestic tranquility of the United States. To ICE, FBI, DEA, ATF, the Patriots at Pentagon, and the State Department, you have my unwavering support. Now go get the job done. Jeez Louise. Dude is serious. Go get the job done. Let me see here. Here's the thing though. I've been people that love me, that have friends who are facing deportation, have neighbors that are facing deportation, that are afraid and scared and potentially losing their opportunities, could be deported. They've been calling me because they realize what's going on. And they want to know if you guys understand fully what's happening out there. Apparently, they're being tracked on their phones. They are. Let me see. I'm trying to say what I can say without saying too much, because I don't want to say. Yeah, I don't want to say anything I'm not supposed to be saying. But they are afraid out there, and I have heard stories of a couple of individuals who have been trying to get their papers for 15 years, 10 years, and were unsuccessful. But these same individuals were able to start thriving, successful businesses. They were able to bring a lot more of their family members over here. They were able to purchase homes. They were able to, establish a living for themselves and their family members in this short period of time. They've been able to do things that a lot of Americans haven't been able to do, because there are certain programs out there that help certain individuals who don't have the backing that natural born American citizens have. So they've been running and getting to the front of the line like crazy, economically speaking. And now, facing deportation, obviously, they're about to lose everything and they're super afraid. And the people who know me, who know that the majority of my fan base and supporter base are conservatives. They just want me to put it out there that these people are very afraid and that they have no angst toward the country and they just need a little bit more time. I don't know what to do with that information, to be honest with you. Someone told me that I don't have any humanity for how I look at things. And I believe that I do have humanity. I believe that the same way that we've been not allowing, but bringing people into this country by the millions, when we haven't been able to take care of the American citizens who aren't economically sound, who don't have health care, who don't have any place to stay. They're still homeless on the streets, but we're bringing in other people and we're able to pad their pockets and give them all these opportunities. That to me says that our country, at least the last administration that I was paying attention to, they was trying to cause a divide. They was trying to create new voters and new supporters. They was trying to emotionally hit us so that we can do what they wanted us to do. And unfortunately for them, they lost every race, and there was a sea of red came voting time. And I'm thankful for it because I didn't like the way that this was going. But when I talk like this, I seem like the asshole. I seem like, I seem like the devil in this conversation. And all I want to do is see our country move in the right direction. But, what I mean, apparently that's frowned upon in this establishment. You got to be a Trump hater in order to be a real American now. Because if you are a Trump supporter, then you're just an asshole and a fascist, and you're in support. You're lost. You're an Uncle Tom. What I mean, bootlicker. What else? Somebody said on one of my Instagram posts about how does it feel to be a bootlicker for Trump and the MAGA Republicans. And I checked to see who it was, and it was a white man. It was a white man liberal saying that I was a bootlicker. I'm like, okay. I invited this guy to the channel to have a conversation with me many times. He refused. He refused. He only wanted to communicate behind the scenes and under Instagram posts. That's it. That's the only way he wants to communicate. And I keep on telling people I'm not real good at being a keyboard killer. I'm not real good at being a thumb thug. I can communicate with you. Here's the thing too. When I pull people up to have these conversations who disagree with my stances, I'm not trying to win an argument. I just want an understanding. I want an understanding from your side, and I also want you to gain some understanding from mine. And hopefully, what I mean, we're both able to learn something about one another, but we're able to move forward with some solutions rather than just complaining about stuff that we can't do anything about. But people keep running. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to communicate about it. They just want to post mean, ignorant stuff and then run along their way. So if that works for you, continue to do it. More power to you. But I will say you might want to change that up because that's how you guys lost the election. Being hyper emotional and absolutely nonsensical. So yeah, shout out to Trump for standing on business, man. They say that he don't stand on business, but these are the promises that he made, and the people who support him even more because he's keeping his promises. And for that, I can do nothing but give him his props. I can do nothing but give him his props, man. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Jesus. Jesus. I can't show that. I cannot show that. All right, let's move on to our next story. All right, so just now let y'all know that Trump ordered deportations. So yeah, WestFest, Utah. Apparently a tragedy in WestFest, Utah leaves 3 people dead. And let me see if I can pull this up for you guys. At least 3 people unalived and 2 people injured. Here's the story. Here's the situation right here. All right. So on June 15th, 2025, just yesterday, Father's Day, a mass shooting occurred at WestFest, an annual festival in West Valley City's Centennial Park around 9:20 p.m. local time. All right. The shooting stemmed from an argument between 2 groups, escalating when a 16-year-old boy opened fire, killing 3 people and injuring 2 others. A 16-year-old boy decided to open fire and start shooting everybody. Just shot the place up. Didn't care about who was out there or nothing. All right. The shootings. Let me see. And then so victims and casualties. So the victims included an 18-year-old man believed to be part of the opposing group, a 41-year-old woman, and an 8-month-old infant. Yeah, you heard that right. A daggone infant shot and killed, man. 8 months. Both were bystanders unrelated to each other or the dispute. That was the 41-year-old lady and the 8-month-old baby. 2 teenagers, a 17-year-old female and a 15-year-old male, were shot in the arms and sustained non-life-threatening injuries. Jesus. The 16-year-old male suspected of being the gunman was detained by West Valley City's police and remains in custody. A police officer returned fire at the suspect but did not hit him. The investigation is ongoing with no clear indication yet if the incident was gang-related. The shooting disrupted WestFest, a cherished community event featuring a carnival, parade, talent show, and fireworks. This was the second shooting at a public event in Utah that weekend, following a fatal shooting during a No Kings protest in Salt Lake City on June 14th, where a bystander was killed. And this is what we support, man. And then we make up excuses for him. And then they're gonna raise some money for the asshole. So he don't receive the full penalty of unaliving people who didn't deserve it. Yeah. Those type of stories that hurt my spirit, man. That's why I can't be up here reporting news all the daggone time. Yeah, that hurt my spirit. All right, so that was the Morning Vantage. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank y'all so much for pulling up and being a part of it. For everyone that's coming to the coaching course, we will be doing a group call today at 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. EST, both EST. I look forward to seeing you guys there. I'm going to announce it right after this call is done. This live stream is done. But thank you everyone for being a part of it. I don't think we reached our 1,000 likes goal, but that's okay because you guys pulled up and were a part of the conversation per usual, and I'm appreciative. It's 11 o'clock. 11:30. Sorry, Renee. 11:30 a.m. 11:30 a.m. EST and 8 p.m. EST. Thank you, Renee, for that. I appreciate that. We got 516 likes on this video, on this live stream. That's absolutely dope. I'm appreciative of it. Again, guys, happy Father's Day to all of the men out there. Shout out to you all. And to all of the trans men out there, happy trans Father's Day. Happy trans Father's Day. I can't even say it. Trans Father's Day. I can't even say it. I can't even say it without messing up. And then for everybody who wants to do some content creation and you need some keys from a guy that still does it on a daily basis and could probably give you some idea of what to do next, or put a team behind you to help get that job done a little faster, reach out to me with the word VIP or the word coach if you want to hear about the group coaching. All right. I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Love y'all. Y'all have an amazing day. I am out. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.